الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. We started the chapter with regards to the contamination of wells. We did mention thus far. I did mention to you sometimes the Messiah seems like he's obsolete. It is not relevant. But if you are what you say innovative, if you are creative, if you are smart, you will find modern day scenarios. And I tell you, even for a modern day scenario, a Jojo tank, a tank that is being fed all the time with water. And then we mentioned also this year that if you look at the missile of the well, it does not follow logic because a well is normally ma'a qalil, it is a little water. And you know, when something is, if a little water is contaminated with najasat, that water has to be removed and the utensil has to be cleansed out, right? Now we don't do that. We don't say remove the water and cleanse the utensil. You just say remove a certain amount of water, and we started the discussion. And what we mentioned in the beginning so far was this here that if you if a little bit najasat, like a droppings, little bit fell in, then that is maaf because there's a great deal of haraj to remove it, right? We discussed that also, right? That's what we discussed thus far. And then we also mentioned some ulama tried to say also that like if you have a little water and we say little water, we mean ma'i qalil. We discussed in detail what is ma'i qalil, what is ma'i kathir, etc. So you would not make the same analogy and qiyas as a well because the well is different, right? Anyway, you can start a new subject, inshallah. Right. Remember, I told you that sometimes you discuss the masla. The masla itself maybe doesn't seem so relevant, but you learn something by the way. This is one of those masail here that you say, yeah, let's discuss the masla. We see, وَإِنْ وَقَى فِيهَا خُرْءُ الْحَمَامِ. If it fell in it, يعني in the well, khur, the dropping of a hamami, a pigeon, hammam, bathroom, hammam, pigeon, أو العصفور, or a sparrow, لا يفسده, it will not contaminate it. So what is speaking about here? This is ajib masla. The reasoning is also very, very ajib. It's very, very interesting. And I will to point out something to you when we discuss this masla also. Like I told you before, that maybe some masla is not relevant, but you learn so many things in the process. So here you see, the masla is this, that if a small edible bird, what is speaking about see a pigeon, a sparrow, whatever, small edible bird, that bird is halal for you to eat, right? It droppings fell in a well, right? La yufsiduhu, it will not contaminate the well at all. It will be normal. Carry on. You got natnin or natanin. Right. Look at Imam Shafi's reasoning. He said, Khilafan is Shafi. Call Imam Shafi. He says, because now his reason is, look here, if you look at the dropping of even of a small edible bird, like you got a budgie, sparrow, a parrot, all that type of thing, istahala ila natanin wa fasarin. Eventually, when that dropping is left, it will change, it will morph into a smell and something corrupt and repugnant, right? فأشبه الدجاجة. So it resembles the dropping of a dajaj, like you say, domesticated chicken, right? So you say it's the same. Now look at our reasoning here. Our reasoning is quite interesting, quite fascinating. Look at the next one. Okay. First I'll explain what he's saying. They say, look here, we have Nabi, there's a clear hadith where Nabi say, keep your masajid clean. Keep it keep it nice, fresh, clean, etc. Right? There's there's a hadith. What's the hadith? Let me see if I can remember it. No, I can't remember it. Maybe it's mentioned in the sharab. But anyway, the main thing is this here. Yeah, well, here's it. Was it? There's a chapter in أخرج أبو داود في كتاب الصلاة باب اتخاذ المسجد في الدور. No, they don't mention the hadith here, but okay, anyway, there's a clear hadith, that exhorts us to keep the masajid clean. So from this also you learn that hygiene in the masjid is of paramount importance. Sometimes some people misunderstand and they think that you must be simple in Islam is simplicity. But remember, there's a difference between being simple and being unhygienic. Yeah? You can be smart and you can be unhygienic, and you can be simple and you can be clean and hygienic. So there's a clear exhortation from the hadith that you must keep the masajid clean. Despite that exhortation, throughout the ages, from the very beginning of Islam, the ulama, the people in charge, they did not remove the birds from the masjid. So what does it show you? What does it, it shows you that they did not have a problem with the droppings by bird. Why is there an exhortation to keep the masajid clean? If the droppings was problematic, then they would have made a plan to remove those birds from the masajid. Are you with me? Right. So I was telling you, makes reference to another important principle, which is called ta'amulun nas. When you do, inshallah, it will come during the course of your sabak here with you do in Hidaayah Sharif. Remember, Hidaayah Sharif, the main focus is on the masla, and the usul comes by the way. When you finish and you do the mufti course, the order will be reversed. The order will be reversed. There they'll give you the usul, like the amulun nas, and under there they give you all the masail, most of this masail, all the big masail that comes under there, the amulun nas. Remember there's a hadith also you done also mishkat, mara al muslimuna hasan fa wa inda Allah hasan. That which the Muslim ummah saw it to be good, then the Allah Ta'ala it is good. So the ummah saw they didn't have a problem with this. The ummah that has sound intellect, they were not corrupted. They saw something to be acceptable, then it's acceptable. So, although yes, Sahibi Dai is making reference to this principle, don't think in your mind that this is the only principle. This is the only reason why we say it's small edible birds. And remember, I'm saying small edible birds because I'm showing you I'm making ihtiraz. I'm using a chicken or what we call a fowl or chicken, because a fowl or a chicken, its droppings is najis. And you see here, the reason is also, you see the reason that the anna istahala ila natarin wa fasadin. If you look at the chicken's mess, it gives off a smell, and eventually it goes bad and gives off a repugnant smell. So this thing, so you see, walana ijma'ul muslimina, for us is the consensus of the believers ala iqtina il hamamati, upon keeping, not removing the birds from masjid مع ورود الأمر بالتطهير, despite the ورود الأمر, the command بالتطهير of keeping it clean, right? That was the one reason. So they we used to amul nas, right? And then here at the bottom you got another proof, which is the so that is the amul nas. Then you got a akli dalil, a logical proof. واستحالته لا إلى نتن رائحة فأشبح الحمأة. And then he's saying, واستحالته, it morphs, it changes, لا إلى نتن رائحة. As it gets old, it does not give off a bad smell, right? فأشبح الحمأة. So it is just like mud. It is just like mud. So you saw that. So that was quite interesting that Sahib Bidayah is using the Amul Nas as a proof. He's showing you. So sometimes it doesn't mean that he doesn't have the other proofs. Sahib Bidayah might have had other proofs in his mind. What we say, Naqli Dalail. If you look at the Mutawwalat means the lengthy books, you will find there maybe Naqli Dalail, what you say, narrated proofs. But he does sometimes, he wants to show you, he wants to teach you that this is also a proof in Shariah. And this is the khasiyat of the Ummah Muhammadiyah, because remember we discussed this. We said if you look at the other Ummah, once a prophet passed away, he would be replaced with another prophet. Maybe he didn't come to a new Shariah, but he would come to revive the Shariah. But our deen, no new prophet will come. So who takes the place of the Anbiya, the ulama take? So when the ulama have considered something to be acceptable, when the ulama have considered something to be fine, Mara al Muslimuna Hasan, Fawa inda Allah Hasan. All right. Okay, you can read the next text, inshallah. So that was a very interesting masail, which we got many fawaid, many benefits from it as well. Right. So that here's another interesting masala. There's a famous ikhtilaf with regards to the urine of a sheep. Now remember you done it before in your fiqh al-muyassar, that najasat in which there is ikhtilaf. Some ulama say it is najis, some ulama say it's not najis. Remember? Then it drops from najasat ghaliza to najasat khafifa. It drops from, it goes one grade down. It drops from the heavy grade of najasat to the lower grade of najasat. Remember? So this is another one where there is ikhtilaf in. So a sheep is an animal which is what we term as ma'akulu laham. Its flesh is eaten. So remember we said this is najasate khafifa. The law is must cover one fourth or more of that portion which is afflicted. So for in balad fiha shatun, if a sheep urinated in it in the well, nuziha al-ma'u kulluhu in the Abi Hanifata. So whatever water, they just for the time being, just understand it like this here. If that well was carrying 500 liters, 500 liters of water has to be removed from that well. Are you with me? 500 liters have to be removed from there. Right. So نزع المأكل عند أبي حنيفة وأبي يوسف وقال محمد لا ينزح إلا إذا غلب على الماء فيخرج من أن يكون طهورا. Interesting masala. So what Imam Muhammad says that you won't have to remove anything except that إذا غلب على الماء, it overpowers the water, right? فيخرج من أن يكون طهورا. And when it overpowers the water, then it is no more tahur, it is tahir, but it is not tahur, right? Are you with me? So when I say ghalib here, remember we discussed this in earlier. So remember in also in fiqh al-muyassar it comes when a pure liquid mixes with water. I said the last masala in fiqh al-muyassar, when a pure liquid mixes with water and the water is not that liquid is not najis, then you see what is more. If the water is more, it is still tahir and tahur. But if the additive is lesser, then it is tahir but not tahur. Remember, so this is an important masla. Sometimes you're making wudu, and when you're making wudu, some of the mai mustamal, the water that you use, it falls into your bucket, whatever. So it will not contaminate that water because it's not najis. But yes, if the water that has been used, it is more than the water that clean water, now it overpowers it. And then also we done a masala like another pure thing which has no color, taste, smell, like rose water. If it falls into the pure water, until it is not more, then it will not contaminate it. So this is exactly the same thing here. Imam Muhammad, he considers the urine pure. He considers the urine pure. And we're going to give you the reason as we go through the sabak. I'm going to explain you the reason. But I just wanted to draw your attention to this here. This is his reasoning is very much similar to the reason of the last Masail and Fiqh Muyassar. When something pure mixes with water, if the pure thing is more than that, right? And here when we speak about pure thing, we speak about something that doesn't have a color, taste, and smell. But if it has a color, taste, and smell, then remember also from Fiqh Muyassar, if the additive has two qualities, then at least one quality in the water must change. If the additive has three qualities, then at least two qualities must change. So the scenario here will be this here, that it the urine went into the well but it was lesser in quantity, right? This is just simple example. There was 500 liters. This was maybe just half a liter. So it never overpowered in that sense. And in the second sense of the word here, you couldn't smell the urine in there and you couldn't taste the urine. Because remember, when a pure thing follows mixes with water, if if the additive has two qualities and one quality in the water change, so even though it's not najis, even though it is not najis, still now it changes from a different. So you can't use it water from a different angle, and the angle here why you can't use the water is because it has been overpowered with something else. You understood? You're following quite a few things I'm mentioning here. So what renders water unusable for wudu is one of two things. One is becomes najis, right? And that is we discussed. Even if the little water with a little water, even if a little najis fell in it, it becomes najis, right? We done that. And here, if a pure thing falls in, it must overpower it. Are you with me? So, and there's the three things. If the thing that fell into it has no color, no taste, no smell, it must be more in quantity than the water, right? You following? If it has two qualities, it has taste and smell, then one quality in the water must change. If the thing which you're adding has three qualities, at least two qualities must change. Is that clear, right? So now, here, because Imam Muhammad is saying that urine of a ma'akulu laham, urine of an animal, you eat it, it is pure. So he's saying that so all these three masala I mentioned to you, it will come into play. Either it is more in quantity, right? Then obviously, if there was 500 liters of water and you put what you call it, 600 liters of urine, so that means the urine is more. That's one way it could be rendered unusable. The other ways, if the thing you're adding is color and smell, one quality change, so it turns yellow, or it smells urine, or if it's like vinegar exam, which has three qualities, two qualities must change. So obviously the scenario, that's the impractical scenario. I mean, a little urine won't change it, right? So it won't, so you can still use it because a pure thing was added into it, right? So you see there again, وَقَالَ مُحَمَّدٌ لَا يُنْزَعُ. You won't remove. Why you won't remove it? Because the pure thing that fell in there, according to urine, is pure, right? Are you with me? إِلَّا إِذَا غَلَبَ عَلَى الْمَاءِ. Except that it makes taghlib of the water, and I gave you all the scenarios of how it will be ghalaba, either by quantity or by changing the qualities. I فَيُخْرَجُ. So when it overpowers it, because this water was not, this urine is not impure, we'll say it is not tahur, but we'll say still say tahir, similar to like I told you, if you add water and you put mixed drink in, it overpowers it. It's not tahir, it's not tahur. You can't use it to make wudu, but it's still pure. Or if you take water and you put so much soap in, it became like a slush. We'll say it's not impure, it's pure, but you can't wudu with it. Exact same as there, right? Now, you might have seen, you see some clips in the past about the Arab guys where they're taking the camel and they're drinking the urine. You ever seen a clip like it? One time was going all viral and all that type of thing. And you're wondering how come these people are drinking the urine from the camel, etc., etc. Now, you follow the lesson nicely. You will see why they're doing this. So, technically speaking, according to Imam Muhammad, urine is not najis. It is like another pure liquid, and we done the laws of when a pure liquid is mixed with something. See, وأصله, according to Imam Muhammad, أن بول ما يقل لحمه طاهر عنده. That the urine of that which, so ما يقل لحمه, that's a jumla فعلية. Ma is what you call this thing like الذين, what you call it? اسم صلة, right? And يؤكل لحمه is a jumla فعلية with which becomes the موصول, and موصول صلة becomes the khabar of bowl, right? So that which is flesh is consumed, tahirun indahu. It is pure according to him. So he's saying any animal which you eat, the flesh is halal to eat the flesh, like a buck, a zebra, a giraffe, whatever. His flesh is pure, right? But najisun indahuma. It is najis according to Imam Abu Hanifa and Imam Yusuf, right? Right. So what is Imam Muhammad's proof? His proof was this. You done this also in Usul Shashi, isn't it? له أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أمر الأورانيين بشرب الأبوال الإبل وألبانها. The whole story goes like this: that some people came to Medina and they wanted to already accept Islam, but remember Medina was not an easy place to live in, and remember it was very difficult. That is why remember the famous incident when the Sahaba Ikram came for the first time from Medina to Makkah to make tawaf. They said, "ضَعَّفَهُمْ حُمَّ يَثْرِبْ," that the fever of Medina is weakened them. That's why they're walking so lamarach, paparach, so lamely around the Kaaba. That's why Nabi Sallam instituted the Ramal. You stick out your chest and you walk like that to show the mushrikeen. That's how it came. So, prior to the advent of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam coming to Medina, there was a lot of fever and all that type of thing, right? Then you'll do this hadith in your studies, inshallah. Nabi Sallallahu made dua, and then the fever is assumed the form of an old ugly woman. Remember doing Alim Bisal, where abstract things assume a form, right? Same thing. So this ugly woman left Medina, and since then it has become pleasant. That's why you go now, alhamdulillah, with the du'as of Nabi Sallallahu. How pleasant is it? People love to be in Medina. This is dua of Nabi Sallallahu. If you see now, people are going now to Saudi, they say they don't want to go to Makkah. Makkah is jam packed. It is absolutely full. And Medina, they said, they'll tell you that even Medina is full, but still it has a calm, soothing effect to it, despite it being full. That is the dua of Nabi Sallallahu. Because so Medina was known for its illnesses and its sicknesses, right? So these people came, they were sick, they were pale, they were weak, etc. So Nabi Sallam said, look here, outside Medina is the camels of Sadaqah, are the camels of Sadaqah. Go there, drink its milk, and drink its urine. Inshallah, you will get better. So these people went, they drank the milk, they drank the urine, and they got better. And when they got better, they got funny ideas. They killed the shepherds, and they stole the camels, and they fled with the camels. Nabi Sallallahu heard about this. He sent the Sahaba Ikram after them, caught them, and the punishment for highway robbery in the Quran, cut the right hand, left leg, etc. And they were left to death, right? So what Imam Muhammad says, see that Nabi Sallam instructed them to drink the urine. So that shows you urine of a ma'akul laham is pure. That's right. لو أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أمر الأورانيين بأبوال الإبل وألبانها. Right, so that is his proof. This is Imam Muhammad's proof. ولهما الشيخين, that is Imam Hanifa in the Masud, قوله عليه السلام, Surah of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, استنزهوا عن البول, be careful about urine, فإن عامة عذاب القبر منه, that most of the punishment that people get is because of uh, urine, being negligent with regards to urine. Min ghairi fasl, without explaining anything. What he's saying here, first part of the hadith, what he's saying is that people are negligent with regards to urine. That was, they go urinate, then they stand and urinate like animals. They don't wait for the last drops to come out. Then the clothes get soiled with urine. And as a result of that, they are najis. And if they are najis, they read salah. The salah is not acceptable because on account of the najis, etc. So negligence with regards to urine, they don't, obviously when you will be done in the beginning, etc. When you fulfill all the adab, you sit, etc. And you pass water and you wait till the last drops come out and then you make wudu. Or sometimes some people have problems called qatarat, salsalatul bowl, that after you go to the toilet for a few minutes, urine come out still. So you wait, you put a tissue, all that type of thing. So that Nabi Sallam cautioned us with regards to min ghairi fasting. Yeah, min ghairi fasting means without differentiate, without between the urine of an edible animal and a non-edible animal. Nabi Sallam said urine, all urine, whether it's human urine, whether it's sheep urine, just be careful. Some, there's Vidana's hadith there also about Azabul Qabr, that Nabi Sallam said that this Abdul Salih, the Qabr is squeezing him. Some riwayat suggest there that he was negligent with regards to camel urine. He had camels and ways to urinate. Maybe that urine would come and splash onto him and he wasn't careful about that. But anyway, be as it may, we've got a general injunction that be careful about urine, right? Don't don't be negligent. Just you urinate and mess yourself, and then you don't cleanse yourself before prayer, etc., etc. So we say this hadith abrogates that one. This hadith abrogates the one that says that the people of Uraniyin should drink the urine of the camels. Okay, time is up. We'll stop there. We'll continue tomorrow. So quite a bit of explanation to put all of this in perspective, but we'll see to that tomorrow, inshallah.